Hello class, my name is Shawnee Hubiak and I will be playing one of the jurors in the case of Mrs. Jones versus the St. Ashford Hospital on Beverly's behalf. In this case, Beverly is being found that she did not observe the minimum necessary requirements when she left a message with Mrs. Jones' daughter that included her medical condition as well as her treatment plan. In this case, and after reviewing both sides, I would have to find the defendant Beverly guilty according to the evidence provided. To begin, Beverly was in violation of the HIPAA Act. This act is designed to protect individuals' medical records and other health information. Not only is it protected orally, but it's also protected on paper as well as on computers. This is covered in Title II of the HIPAA Act. Healthcare providers can only disclose PHIs without acknowledgement or consent from the patient in special situations. Some of these situations can include fraud investigation, law enforcement that has valid permission, or in a suspected case of child abuse. And in this case, Beverly did not have any of that evidence that would allow her to disclose the information to her daughter. Her daughter may have been on the records, but if Beverly would have reviewed the records more in detail and instead of assuming, she would see that Mrs. Jones had specifically requested to be reached at her work number. Now, Beverly stated that being contacted through the work number, it's kind of a unsecure line, and you're not sure of who could be listening. But the plaintiff, Mrs. Jones, specifically requested to be contacted through her work number. If there would be any confusion on which number to contact first, or whether it was valid that she wanted to be contacted through her work number, then they should have contacted Mrs. Jones and went into further detail on how she wants the information to be disclosed, who to be disclosed to, so that way any confusion could be cleared up. Now, Beverly also went against the privacy rights and the confidentiality rights of Mrs. Jones. Every patient is authorized to privacy and confidentiality. Privacy would be an individual's expectation to keep or control access to his or her individual space and knowledge of certain info. The part of privacy that she would be allowed is informational privacy, which is controlling the access to her personal info. This would be her medical treatment and detailed treatment plan being disclosed to her daughter. Confidentiality was also broke. This is the legal obligation to refrain from sharing info about other people without their authorization. Beverly did not have the authorization to share Mrs. Jones's information with her daughter. Mrs. Jones has stated that she wanted to be specifically reached through her work number, and Beverly decided to contact through her home number and left a detailed message with her daughter. This, in the end, brings me to find the defendant, Beverly, guilty, as she was negligent and went against the rules of the HIPAA Act, as well as breaking privacy and confidentiality. Thank you.